Hey guys, it's Pones and welcome to another episode of my Stoke City career mode in FIFA 19, and today we're into episode number 17 and I'm just going to show you what we have prepared for you in today's episode. We're starting off with a trip away to the Etihad where we're playing against Manchester City, and then a trip away to London where we play Spurs, but then we're back at home in the FA Cup and playing it in the quarter-finals yet again, and yet again we're playing against Chelsea. We're also playing against Watford at home, Leicester away, and then when we're into April, we're playing against Reading at home, Everton away, Newcastle away, and Burnley at home. I'll just show you the league tables, how we finished last episode. Currently sitting in 16th, not a great position, but we have one game in hand over Nottingham Forest, Southampton and Huddersfield, where they all sit down underneath us at the moment. Reading rock bottom at the moment, looking like they're going to get relegated. Huddersfield and Southampton have a chance to get out, but we have to see how they go in this episode. Top half of the table, we find Arsenal at the top of the table with a game in hand over Chelsea in second. Spurs and Man City round up the top four, but with Liverpool and Man United down in 7th and 8th at the moment. We're going into our first game. Like I said, we're going to travel up to Manchester to play against the blue half of Manchester in Manchester City. And this game, we didn't do too badly. We started off quite strong in the first 10 minutes, like you see, but a simple mistake at the back led Eriksen through, who could smash the ball past Butland and give Man City the lead. And then after that we struggled to break him down. It took to the 80th minute for Kieran Tierney to put that one past Claudio Bravo in goal off the inside of the post, and it looked like we were going to hold on for a draw, but Mahrez had other ideas to swing the ball in, and Gabriel just heads it in past Butland in the 87th minute to give Man City the lead again. But a through ball from Juve, who came off the bench, to Rebic, who's our top goal scorer this season, adds another one to his tally. And again, we're going to celebrate with the Stoke fans as again we get an equaliser, and we come away from Manchester with an extra point and 2 points from 6 against Man City. Not bad against the former champions. But moving on now, we're playing against Spurs at their brand new stadium, and obviously the Harry Kane has some good chance there for the Spurs had 3 bites of cherry there to get the goal, and they did manage to do it in the third time. And Lamella puts them 2-0 up by putting the ball to the near post of Butland. But this game we were really poor. We didn't have any chances at all throughout this entire game. Spurs are just too strong. Like I see, we're just mistake after mistake trying to play the ball out from the corner. Sanchez going to tap it in and decides to saying, "Can you hear me?" We could hear him, and it was just, I heard that it was a time for a change after this game. Juve has had the best chance of our game in the 93rd minute, but like you see, only a 3-0 loss for us. It's a very tough game to try and win. But moving on from that, we're going to take a break from the Premier League and jump back into some cup football, where we play against Chelsea at home. Like I say, I said it was a time for a change, so I do change it up and go to a 4-1-2-1-2 formation, and it proved well, as Helder Costas puts us in the lead against the blue side from London after only 2 minutes by smashing it past Kepa. And then Rebic wants to smash it past Kepa, so we did after 5 minutes, 2-0 up in 5 minutes, and we were on track to go to the semi-finals of the FA Cup for 2 years in a row. And it was still domination. Chelsea did absolutely nothing in this game. Despite having Marcelo and Di Maria in their side, they couldn't do anything as Diouf chips Kepa, and then Tebo shoves off Mark Bartra and he slots that into the corner beautifully. The time for change worked, and we were going on a lovely winning streak. I think the ball in the top corner proved we were going through to the FA Cup semi-final and back to Wembley. Now on to some news. I've decided to sell Moritz Bauer at my right back. Obviously Tom Edwards is coming up in overall, and I don't think I'll be using Bauer much next season, so I decided to sell him to Hoffenheim just because I'm preparing for next season. I've got a few other right backs in mind. So obviously we're moving on to the next game, which is at home against Watford after the game against Chelsea. Still running the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Kieran Tierney, who has a good shot in the first half, was the best chance of the first half, but we needed to get something as Helder Costas smashed the ball past Stefan in goal. Decided we needed to get something in this game against Watford after the 1-1 draw early in the season, and we do end up grabbing the win. Helder Costas' goal was a difference maker in this game. Watford did have a few chances, but the chances weren't good enough to go into the video, so I cut them out. So obviously we get a 1-0 winning at Watford, and we're on 2 wins in a row. And next up was home of the 2015-16 Premier League champions in Leicester, who had the best defence in the league. And because they had the best defence in the league, decided to have a look at their side. Schmeichel's in goal. They've got Evans and Ramagnoli centre back, with Bakayoko and Aaron Ramsey, who they brought in from Arsenal. Maddison is obviously in Kamaric. They've also brought in Torgan Hazard as well. And obviously I wanted to put this team to the test to see if they were the best defence in the league, and against us they won't. Kieran Tierney decides to do what he does best from that left mid position and smash the ball in past Kasper Schmeichel in goal. That Danish keeper couldn't do what his father used to do, and he isn't keeping out this Scotsman who just decided to thump it. And look at those Stoke fans who are just watching glory, and as they see that one fly into that top corner. And even though they had the best defence in the league, they didn't have the best defence in this game. We kept a clean sheet in this one, as we come away from Leicester with all 3 points and up to 3 games in a row that we've won. And now into our next game. We play at home against 20th in the league, Reading, who have the worst scoring record in the league. So from the best defence to the worst scorers in the league, we need obviously against this side, we need to start scoring goals. And that's what Rebic is going to do. Not the type of goal he's used to scoring, but a goal still as a goal. Smash the ball at the keeper, who just bottles the ball onto the floor. And Rebic can just tap it in for his 18th of the season. And we're going to carry on scoring goals as Gianelli and Bula on the 50th minute doubles our advantage. Even though they are bottom of the league, they're still a tough side to break down, but shooting from outside the box with Mbula proved well. Butland was still in form, and this is a chance for us to go 3-0 up. Diouf, who's injured, he's got a knock, decides to run past all of the defenders. Koza at the back, but he could only hit the bar in the end, which is unfortunate not to get a third goal for us. And despite us performing, Reading, I think after this, we're pretty much down and out and down back to the Championship after that 2-0 defeat from us, because obviously they're still rock bottom of the Premier League. Moving on to Merseyside and off to Everton at Goodison Park. It was still going on to good form, as Malinowski slips through the defence and smashes the ball into the keeper past Jordan Pickford. And we decided to double our advantage with Rebic getting his 19th of the season off the back of his elbow of Pickford. Could go in, but it counted as his goal and his 19th of the season. But a ball in from Theo Walcott finds Bernard at the back post to head it past Butland, and Kike Garcia in the second half, 72nd minute, puts the ball past Butland again to make it 2-2. And our 4-game unbeaten streak, made it go to a 5-game unbeaten streak instead of a 5-game win streak. But we'll take an unbeaten run as we head up north to Newcastle, where we face the team in black and white, the Magpies, to see if we can try and extend this unbeaten run. Our best chance in the first half came from Costa, who just drags a shot wide past Dubravka, but this got a good contender for goal of the season. Malinowski's thumping effort there past Dubravka from about 25 yards out is probably up there with Eric Peters' goal last season against Hull. It was such a sweetly struck strike off his right foot. He's on his weak foot. He's put it past 4 players and past the goalkeeper into the net, and that's what puts us into the lead. Decided to put this in as well. Butland making a beautiful save there to stop Marley's effort. Marley's shot off his right foot was curling into that top corner, and Butland's left hand was super stretched to stop that out. But we weren't able to get a win in this, as 2 balls in from Newcastle, and it was Sam Vokes that put the ball in, could only find the Newcastle forward, who smashed it past Butland and equalised the game at 1-1 in the 88th minute. And we do come away with only a point from this one. That's it for Postcom. Back to Livecom. Right guys, here we are. We've made it here once again, back at Wembley for the FA Cup and into the semi-finals this time. And this time we face off against Leicester City. Obviously this run this time out has actually been a lot easier than last season's FA Cup run. Started off, if we find ourselves here, we started off against West Brom, where we won 3-2. Then we had a hard fixture against Liverpool, where we won 2-0. Then the 5th round we ended up playing against Lincoln City, who we just absolutely destroyed, ended up winning 6-2. And then in the 6th round, it's not showing up. None of you showing up yet, but in the 6th round, there we go. We played against Chelsea, another hard team, but we ended up winning 4-0, and obviously very, very comfortable win in the end. So now we play against Leicester in semi-finals, and obviously if we get past them, we'll be playing against either Arsenal or Preston in the FA Cup final. In terms of the Premier League, I'll show you where we stand at the moment, because you won't see it again until obviously we won't see it again in this episode. But we sit in a 14th position at the moment on 41 points, a lot more respectable position than when we finished, obviously when we were at the start of the episode. But Nottingham Forest, Huddersfield and Reading sit in the relegation zones. Reading are pretty much down and out at the moment. They're currently 22 points. I think they're 22 points from safety, so I think Reading are actually relegated at this point. Huddersfield has a chance to get back out, and also Nottingham Forest too against Southampton, but we're not actually out of the relegation battle just yet. Hopefully we just need another win or so, we'll be safe for next season. At the other end of the table we see, like I say, Arsenal at the top of the table, 5 points clear of Spurs and Chelsea with 5 games remaining. Man City hold on to that last Champions League spot. Liverpool sitting 5th, Man United down into 7th position. So yeah, it's not too bad of an episode obviously today, but now we're focusing on this match against Leicester. So here we are, we're just going into the game against Leicester. I thought I'd show you the new side. Obviously in the last episode I was running a different formation. For this episode, like I said in the post commentary, I've ran a 4-1-2-1-2 side for the majority of this, and I've picked up loads and loads of wins since doing so. So obviously a much more improved team. We've still got Butland in goal, Wilhelms, Upamecano, Martins Indy and Tom Edwards at right back. Etterberg sits in centre defensive mid, Kieran Tierney on the left, Costa on the right, and Malinowski in cam. And our top goal scorer this season, Ante Rebic, is still up front with his new strike partner, Biran Diouf as well. So going into this, and Leicester, we know they have a strong side, one of the best defended teams in the league actually this season. So we need to see if we can get past them and secure passage into the FA Cup final. Oh, he scored. Hold on, hold on, we found a new way of doing this drill. And again. Who says you have to pass? You don't need to pass to do this drill. Here we are, guys. We've been here so many times in the 2 seasons that I've taken charge of Stoke. So here we go, this is Leicester's team. We've already seen it in today's episode since we played them earlier in the season. But they've got a very, very strong seed: Ramagnoli, Bakayoko, Ramsey, Maddison, Forgan Hazard, Gazal and Kramaric, all very, very strong players. It's a very, very strong Leicester side. But you guys know the team I'm running. But we're going to skip it, and let's get into the game. Also out to Gazal, but Wilhelms again does very well. 3 good tackles already so far. Ball's in to Kramaric, good save Butland, Edwards gets it clear. Here's Tierney now. I can drive forward with him. Pereira's on his back, shoving him off. Tierney gets the ball in. Diouf is there, a bit low for his to and Diouf gets a volley. Too easy for Schmeichel. Ends up getting cleared away by Ramsey. The ref needs to blow here. He's not blown for half time, yeah? Just going to kick it up the pitch. You're going to blow the whistle, ref? There we go. Referee took his time there, by an extra 2 minutes from the added 2 minutes on at half time, but we have entered half time. It is 0-0 at the moment. We haven't created too much and or had that many chances. Leicester have been the more dominant side in terms of shots, but it is too close to call it this early on in the game. Balls forward, can Tierney keep it in? We've got Diouf in the middle. And the header's high and over the bar. Maddison. Kramaric. And Kramaric has found space and thumped the ball past Butland in the net. 11 minutes into the second half. It is Leicester that take the lead. Tap the ball into space, and there was Kramaric turned away from Upamecano to smash the ball in past Butland. And unfortunately in this we might not be heading to this FA Cup final. Leicester 1, Stoke 0. We've run it back here, Rebic. Diouf straight at Schmeichel. That's one of our best chances we've had so far this game. And there we go. Can we get something going forward here? There's Juve now. We found our way through. Tom Ince. And he's equalised the game for us. In stoppage time, Tom Ince is our top goal scorer in the FA Cup, has just grabbed his 4th of the competition and kept us alive in this FA Cup tie. We were so close to getting knocked out here in the semi-final, but a great attack, 1-2, straight through to Tom Ince, who are brought on for Helder Costa. And he's slotted it in past Schmeichel to equalise the game for us, and that was a well needed goal. Probably the most important goal of the season for us. Super sub Tom Ince has kept us in this. It's 1-1, and there's his 4th of the competition, like I said. Did take Tierney off. Patrick Roberts is coming on to replace him. Now did eventually go ultra attacking, but it's back to balance now. Can we get a winner in extra time, or can we nick one at the end of this game? 3 minutes at a time. Here he is, Tom Ince. Bojan. We can get the ball forward here. That's a lovely ball forward to Roberts. Balls forward, Mamdiouf. He's done it! In end of stoppage time. 2 goals in stoppage time have won us this FA Cup semi-final. The 4-2-4 formation switch. Ball forward to Roberts. Mamdiouf got the right side of the defender and has put us in the lead in the 93rd minute. Diouf was scoring all types of goals for us in the FA Cup last season, and now we're going to the FA Cup final for the 2nd year running. We've won the game. Ultra defensive. Let's just hold on, wait for the referee to blow his full-time whistle. There it is. I thought the game was dead and buried after we hit into the close towards stoppage time. 85th minute, it looked dead. Ince's goal in the 89th minute give us some sort of hope and a chance at extra time, but we didn't even need extra time. Mamdiouf, who have managed to bring back into the side, has actually proved his worth for us, and we've managed to grab a pass back to Wembley for an FA Cup final against either Preston or Arsenal. Full time at Wembley. Leicester 1, Stoke 2. So here we are, guys, at the end of the month, just about to hit May in 2020. This will be the last month of this season that we're going to be playing in the next episode. But I thought I'd show you who we're going to play against in the final of the FA Cup. I've not looked yet. I really want to see who it is. Preston or Arsenal. I have an idea who it's going to be. And it's Preston! Preston have managed to get past Arsenal. Preston beat Arsenal 1-0 in the semi-finals. So for 2 years in a row, it's going to be a championship side that faces me in the final. Last year we played against Leeds United in the FA Cup final. We got past them quite comfortably, I think 3 or 4-0. Now it's Preston North End in the FA Cup final against Stoke City. This should be 2 FA Cups in a row. It should be so easy to beat Preston North End. I really want to see where they're going in the championship though. Obviously, I'll show you that now. So this, guys, is the championship table currently. There's only like 2 or 3 games left in the championship. Brighton look like they're going up. I think Brighton are up actually. There's only 2 games left. And I think Fulham are up as well, so we're going to play against Brighton and Fulham next season. Swansea, Leeds, Sheffield Wednesday and West Brom are in the playoff places at the moment. But where are Preston? Preston are down there in 9th. They've won 17, drew 17 and lost 9. They've had a decent season though, Preston. They're just sitting outside the playoffs though. So we're playing against 9th in the championship in the FA Cup final. And whilst I'm here, I may as well show you what the rest of the championship and League 1, League 2 tables look like at the moment as well. Cardiff, who were relegated last year, are set in 10th spot. And we got to stab it down the other end. The teams promoted from League 1 were Sunderland, Charlton and Barnsley from League 1. And obviously Charlton, Barnsley and Bolton are in the relegation zones. Let's go into League 1. Ipswich and QPR, who were relegated from the Championship last season, are currently at the top of the table. Ipswich are promoted back to the Championship though, and obviously Scunthorpe and Rotherham will be challenging QPR for that last spot. But it's Scunthorpe, Rotherham, Portsmouth and Luton in the playoffs, and look down at the other end of the table. We find Blackpool, Bristol Rovers, Accrington Stanley and AFC Wimbledon in the relegation zones. I'm not too sure we got promoted from League 2, but we're going to have a look at League 2 now. It's MK Dons, Coventry and Bury who are going to be promoted at the moment. I think MK Dons and Coventry are promoted, and Bury are as well actually. If there was only one game left there, Bury are promoted. Shrewsbury, Rochdale, Mansfield Town and, unfortunately, Port Vale are in the playoffs as well. Port Vale have actually secured a playoff spot, so hopefully they don't get promoted to League 1. We'll have a look at the bottom end of League 2 anyway, even though relegation doesn't really matter, but Grimsby Town and Morecambe are at the bottom. So that's going to wrap up today's episode. A very, very successful episode. Managed to get back to winning ways in the Premier League. Found myself back in the FA Cup final for the second year running. And I can't believe it's Preston North End, another Championship side in the FA Cup final. I want to see what Preston's run is actually throughout the entire competition. Actually, I think they would have jumped in at round 2, I reckon, or round 3. Yeah, round 3. Where are they? So let's try and find Preston North End. Down there. They started with a 2-1 win against Millwall. Then they played against Bradford City in the 4th round and won 1-0. Then they played Burnley and beat them 1-0 in the 5th round. And if it loads, I'll happily show you. Yep, the 6th round they played Bristol City and won on penalties. Semi-final they obviously got past Arsenal, and now they're here in the FA Cup final. So thank you guys for watching this episode. It's been a fantastic episode. I've actually loved recording this one, so thank you guys for watching it. And if you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave it a like. And if you haven't, drop a dislike. Let me know why you left a dislike in the comments below, so I can improve my future videos. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, because not only am I doing a career mode, I'm also getting ready for next season, Stoke's 2019-2020 season. I'll be hopefully vlogging every single home game that we do this season. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully I can get some IRL videos done for you guys. I said I would, and I really want to get some done. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Pose, and I'm signing out. And we're in the FA Cup final yet again in the next episode, so be sure to watch it. I'm out. Peace.